This is a numerology report on April 2023. April 2023 has a numerology value of 11. It's the fourth month of the year, and you add the digits of the year together. That's a 2, a 0, a 2, and a 3, and all that together becomes an 11. In numerology, 11 is considered a master number, and that represents intuition, spirituality, and enlightenment. That means that April 2023 may bring a heightened sense of intuition, a spiritual awareness for many individuals. The energy of 11 may also bring a sense of inspiration and creativity. And this could be a good time to pursue artistic or creative endeavors and to explore new ideas and perspectives. However, the energy of 11 can also be intense and challenging. And it may bring unexpected changes or revelations that require us to adapt and adjust. We should be open to these challenges and trust our intuition to guide us through any challenges. And overall, April 2023 is a time of spiritual growth, creativity, and adaptation. And by remaining open and aware, we can tap into the energy of 11 and use it to guide us to its personal and collective growth. This is a numerology report on a number 2 month and how a number 2 month influences our relationships in general. In numerology, the number 2 is associated with balance, harmony, and relationships. When a month is a number 2, this energy is amplified and can have a significant impact on relationships of all kinds. The numerology of a number 2 month indicates that it will be a time of balance and harmony in our relationships. And this is a good time to focus on building healthy and positive connections with others. During this month, we may feel more empathetic and understanding towards our partners, friends, and family members. We may also feel more connected to our own emotions and needs, which can help us communicate more effectively in our relationships. It is important for us to prioritize open and honest communication during this time. We should make an effort to listen to our partner's perspective and share our own thoughts as feelings as well. This can help build trust and strengthen our bonds. A number 2 month may also be a good time to work on our self-care and personal growth. By prioritizing our own well-being, we can become more present and available in our relationships. Overall, a number 2 month is a time of positive energy and growth in our relationships. By focusing on balance, harmony, and communication, we can strengthen our connections with others and build a foundation for long-lasting and fulfilling relationships. 2 with life path number 1 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 1. When your life path number is a 1, this number 2 month can be a good time for you to focus on building deeper connections in your relationships. It may bring new beginnings and opportunities for growth in your connections. You may need to slow down and listen a bit more actively to your partner to create a sense of harmony and balance in your relationships. You may feel more confident and self-assured, which would deepen existing connections or attract new partners. However, you should be careful not to come across as too dominant or overbearing in your relationships. Month 2 with life path number 2 and how a number 2 month influences the relationship of a life path number 2. For those with a life path number 2, a month number 2 can bring deeper understanding of your own emotional needs and those of your partner. You may feel a heightened sense of intuition and empathy, which can help you to navigate challenging situations with greater ease. And this is a good thing because this month also could bring some challenges in your relationship. You may feel more emotional and sensitive, which could lead to conflicts and misunderstandings in your communications. So it's important for you to talk about your feelings clearly and listen to your partner's perspective to avoid any major disagreements. Month 2 with life path number 3 and how a number 2 month influences the relationship of life path number 3. A number 2 month can bring a greater sense of harmony and balance to the partnerships of those with a life path number 3. You may need to focus on communication and expressing your emotions clearly to create a deeper sense of understanding with your partner. This month may bring a burst of creative energy and excitement into your love. You may find new ways to express yourself and connect with your partner, which could deepen your bond. However, you should be mindful not to overindulge in your desires and neglect your partner's needs. Month 2 with life path number 4 and how a number 2 month influences the relationship of life path number 4. For those with a life path number 4, a number 2 month can bring a need for more emotional intimacy in your partnerships. You may need to let go of your tendency to prioritize practical matters and focus more on the emotional needs of your partner. You may face some challenges in your connections in this month. You may feel more stressed and overwhelmed with your responsibilities, which could lead to conflicts with your partner. It is important for you to prioritize your communication and find ways to share your workload to avoid any major issues. Month 2 with life path number 5 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 5. A number 2 month can bring a need for greater stability and security in the partnerships for those with a life path number 5. You may need to focus on building trust and creating a sense of emotional safety in your associations to allow for a deeper connection and intimacy. This month may bring some exciting changes and opportunities for growth in your relationships. You may feel more adventurous and spontaneous, which could lead to new experiences and connections with your partner. However, you should be careful not to take unnecessary risks or neglect your commitments to your partnerships. Month 2 with life path number 6 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 6. For those with a life path number 6, a number 2 month can bring a focus on nurturing and caring for your partner. You may need to prioritize your partnerships and create a sense of emotional security to foster deeper connections. This month could bring some emotional ups and downs in your connections. You may feel more nurturing and supportive of your partner, but you could also become more sensitive and easily hurt. It is important for you to practice self-care and communicate your needs to avoid any major conflicts. Month 2 with life path number 7 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 7. A number 2 month can bring a need for greater emotional expression and openness in the relationship for those with a life path number 7. You may need to let go of your tendency to retreat into your own thoughts and emotions and focus on creating a deeper sense of emotional connection with your partner. This month may bring some introspection and reflection for you in your relationships. You may feel more introspective and thoughtful, which could lead to deeper connections with your partner. However, you should be mindful not to become too withdrawn or distant and find ways to balance your introspection with your partner's needs. Month 2 with life path number 8 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 8. For those with a life path number 8, a number 2 month can bring a need for greater balance and harmony in their partnerships. You may need to focus on creating a sense of emotional security and stability to allow for deeper connection and intimacy with your partner. You may experience some power struggles and conflicts in your connections this month. You may feel more ambitious and driven, which could lead to clashes with your partner over control and authority. It is important for you to find ways to collaborate and compromise with your partner to avoid any major issues. Month 2 with life path number 11 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 11. During a number 2 month, those with master life path number 11 may feel more sensitive and empathetic in your partnerships. You may feel called to nurture and support your loved ones and may be more intuitive and insightful in understanding the emotions and needs of others. This can be a powerful time for deepening emotional connections and developing greater trust with your loved ones. This month is a time for deepening connections and finding greater understanding within your partnerships. You may feel called to express yourself more fully and authentically in your connections, which can lead to increased intimacy and harmony. However, you should be mindful of the potential for emotional intensity and seek balance to avoid becoming overwhelmed. Month 2 with life path number 22. How a number 2 month influences the relationships of a life path number 22. For those with master life path number 22, this number 2 month can bring a heightened sense of responsibility and service to your partner. You may feel a strong desire to use your skills and talents to help others and may prioritize the needs of your loved ones above your own. This can be a time of building strong and lasting connections based on mutual respect and support. This is a time to focus on building long-lasting relationships that are rooted in practicality and shared sense of purpose. You may find yourself attracted to those who share your values and are committed to working towards common goals. This month, you also have the opportunity to create more stability and security within your partnerships. Month 2 with life path number 33 and how a number 2 month influences the relationships of life path number 33. During this number 2 month, those with master life path number 33 may feel a strong pull towards creating harmony and balance in your relationships. You may be more attuned to the needs and feelings of others and may prioritize communication and understanding in your interactions. This can be a time for deepening emotional connections and building greater trust and intimacy with loved ones. Now is a time for nurturing your relationships and cultivating a greater sense of compassion and understanding. You may feel a strong desire to serve others and may find yourself drawn to partnerships that allow you to make a positive impact on the world. This month, you should be mindful of your tendency to overcommit and prioritize self-care to avoid burnout.